Yes, boss. Today we are going to discuss the difference between synchronous communication and asynchronous communication. I think I already launched that point other day's class. Did I launch that point in other day session itself? NTDP614, guys. Yes, boss. We have discussed about synchronous communication and asynchronous communication. I hope you remembered all this stuff. Yeah, let me take this, guys. File new, save, design patterns. Yeah, now I'm preparing background for message facade design pattern. What, guys? Message facade DP. Shall we get into the discussions now? Yeah, tell me what is synchronous communication, guys? In client server communication, if client application is waiting for given request related response to generate the next request or to perform client side operation Are you understanding my statement, guys? Or to perform client side operation. Are you listening, boss? Then it is called synchronous communication. By default, all communications are synchronous communications only. What do you say? Okay. Next, asynchronous communication, guys. In client server communication, if client is free to generate the next request or to perform client side operation without waiting for given request related response then it is called what, guys? Then it is called what? Then it is called asynchronous communication, guys. Then it is called what? Asynchronous communication. Understanding my statement? Okay, boss. Now try to understand message packet design pattern. Okay, some points, guys. Yeah, we use Ajax as client-side technology to get asynchronous communication between okay browser and web application. Next, guys, we use JMS, Java Messaging Service, as server-side technology to get asynchronous communication between two Java applications. Got it, guys? Yes, guys. Next one. We use portlet. Portlet as server side web technology. This is also web technology. This is also web technology. To get asynchronous communication between browser and web application. Browser and web application. Is that clear, guys? Come on. Browser and web application. We have a lot of technologies, guys. Okay. Generally, the calls based communication, okay, like request response model communication is synchronous communication. Okay, generally the messages based communication is asynchronous communication. What, guys? Asynchronous communication. Super, boss. Now listen carefully. Now I am launching message facade design pattern. Message facade design pattern, guys. Shall we get into the details of this, guys? What is the problem, guys? Problem is session facade implementation. Session facade implementation is the problem. Okay, now let me take the diagram of session facade, guys. Okay, otherwise I'll put here. Problem itself, implementation of. Okay, guys. Now tell me here. This is my client project. Client application or project, guys. Client application or project. In that, we have business delegate component. We have business delegate component, guys. Here we have a network, guys. Here is my network. Yes, here is my session facade, guys. External component session facade. Session facade. Right. This is also one external component. Everyone focus. Yeah, this is talking to other external component. External component 1, external component 2, external component 3. Total how many external components are involved, guys? 3 external components. External component 1. External component 2. Here is my external component 3. Total how many external components are there? 3 are there. Right, guys. Now listen carefully what actually happens. It generates the request, guys. This request goes to this. Again, control comes back. This request goes to this. Again, control comes back. Got it, guys? Again, control comes back. Everyone understood my statement here, guys? Come on. Everyone has got the clarity or not, guys? Come on. Are you with me? Yeah. Yes, boss. Control came here. B. C. Execution D. E. F. G. H. H. Again what? I. J. K. Here is my L. Here is my L. Okay, guys. Then to generate next request, it has to wait for to generate next request, it has to wait for N. L, M, okay, M. I hope you noticed the problem part here, guys. I hope you noticed the problem part over here. Come on. So very much time now, boss. What is the communication here? Synchronous communication. See, one design pattern itself problem, guys. Synchronous communication. Okay. This is my request to one. This is my request to one. Here I am trying to generate request to two. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, guys, since business delegate component, since the business delegate component, come on, guys. Since the business delegate component, are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, guys. Since the business delegate component, yeah, since business delegate component is interacting with the session facade component, in what, guys? In synchronous communication mode. What communication, guys? Synchronous communication mode. Which mode? Synchronous communication mode. Are you understanding my statement? Synchronous communication mode. The business delegate component. The business delegate component should wait for long time to generate next request. Long time to generate next request because the request given to session Facade component, okay, is talking to other multiple external components in a sequence. Other multiple external components in a sequence. In a sequence. Other multiple external components in a sequence. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Convinced, my dear? Convinced or not? Okay. Tell me, guys. A to L first request. A to L first request, guys. Yes. M onwards. M2 dot dot second request. Okay. Yes, guys. A to L, L. A to L first request. M2 dot 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 second request, guys. M2 dot 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 second request, guys. Now listen. Second request has to wait. Second request has to wait. Come on, guys. Second request has to wait. A to L operations of first request to complete. First request to complete in order to generate the second request. In order to 1 minute. First request has to complete A to L operations of first request in order to generate its request. In order to generate which is request, which is very time consuming. Very time consuming process. Agree with me, guys? Which is very time consuming process. Right. That means there will be lots of time delays between first request response generation and second request response generation. There will be lots of time delays between first request response generation and second request response generation. Did you understand this statement, guys? Come on. Did you realize this point, guys? I hope you thoroughly convinced with my statements, boss. Thoroughly enjoyed my statements, boss. Come on. Thoroughly understood my statement, boss. Come on. Are you with me? First request response generation and second request response generation. Okay. Definitely taking time or not? No doubt. Definitely taking time or not? I want reply, boss. Yeah. What is the solution, guys? Solution. Prefer, yeah, message facade design pattern. Yeah. Use messages based. Use messages based. Message based. JMS, guys. JMS based. JMS or Kafka. JMS or Kafka or Camel. All these are for message based communication, guys. Okay, use messages based asynchronous communication. Asynchronous communication. Okay, boss. This is the solution, boss. Shall we go for implementation, guys? Let's see. In messages based communication, guys. Okay, message based communication. There will be mom software. What is that? Message oriented middleware software. There will be mom software, message oriented middleware software, having message store to maintain the messages. Having message store to maintain the message. Having message store to maintain the message. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, this message store is also called as destination. Destination, guys. Either a topic or queue. You might have heard these words. If not heard, you will be hiding. No problem. Either topic or queue. Two types of message stores are there. Two types of destinations are there. Either topic or queue, guys. To maintain the messages. To maintain the messages. Fine, boss. Yeah, this is my business message delegate, guys. This is my business delegate, guys. Here is my message store. There is a message oriented middleware software. Okay. There will be message store. Mom software. Okay, guys. Mom software. Here we are having message store, which is also called destination. Which is also called destination, guys. Yes, boss. This is my client application. Are cloud client application or client project. This is my business delegate component. Delegate component, guys. This is my business delegate component. Yes, my dear. Okay, here is my definitely this is my business delegate component. Cool, guys. Tell me. As usually, here we'll be having message facade component. What component? Not the session facade. We are going to use message facade component. Message facade component. Sir, what is the specialty of message facade component? Are nothing is here as usually network ra babu. As usually network. We have to deal with such a web service component that deals with the messages, guys. We need to take such a message facade component that takes what? Message facade component. Suppose we are using EasyAB. EasyAB. Okay, you have to use message driven bean. What is that? Message driven bean. They can deal with messages, guys. Message driven bean. If you are using web services, message consumer we have to take. We have to take what? Message consumer. Okay. Right, boss. RESTful, because SOAP-based web service is almost gone, guys. RESTful web service consuming message. RESTful web services consuming message. Come on. Consuming JMS messages. See, Apache ActiveMQ is also there. Apache ActiveMQ REST API is there or not there? How to consume JSON from RESTful service. Messaging using a REST API. REST on JMS transport. Okay, testing RESTful web services. Example. Okay, I think you are able to see that. Okay, we have to take what, guys? Web service message consumer. Web service message consumer. Either JMS1 or Kafka one, or many options are there. Camel one or message MQ. Message MQ is also MSMQ. Message MQ. Apache MQ is there. Rabbit MQ. Right. Rabbit MQ. You'll study all these things in what? Microservices classes. I think those who have done microservice with me, maybe I have not discussed about Camel, but I discussed about JMS, Kafka, RabbitMQ. Discussed or not? JMS, RabbitMQ, and Kafka, all the three things we discussed or not? Right, these many options are there, guys. RabbitMQ also discussed. Babu. JMS only in the angle of RabbitMQ we discussed. Apache MQ ra babu. Implementation is Rabbit only. Apache MQ I discussed. What's the implementation? ActiveMQ implementation is RabbitMQ only, na? Okay, fine. Maybe I have discussed ActiveMQ. Okay. Right. ActiveMQ I have discussed, not the RabbitMQ. ActiveMQ I have discussed. JMS, Kafka, ActiveMQ I have discussed, right? Now, Sandeep, is it right now? Okay. Now listen, guys. Message delegate. Okay, message delegate. Yeah, as usually here also it will maintain three external components. I am not saying here three external components are not there. External component 1, external component 2, external component 3. Total how many external components, guys? Three external components. External component 1, external component 2, external component 3. How many external components, guys? 3. Tell me here what is this external component. Total how many external components are there, guys? 3 external components are there. Now let's see, guys. Array, this also uses, this business delegate also now uses what? JMS API, JMS R. What is this? Kafka R. Kafka R. What is this? Act2MQ. Act2MQ. Act2MQ APIs. Tell me what it will do. It will send a request as a message, guys. It will send a request as a message. Request as message. Listen carefully. Here is the message, boss. Request as message. Right, boss? Once it sends a request as message, you will get the acknowledgement back. You will get the acknowledgement back. ACK acknowledgement. You will get acknowledgement back, guys. You will get acknowledgement back, boss. Are you comfortable, my dear? Come on. Are you understanding my statement here, guys? Request as message and you will get acknowledgement back. Definitely you will get acknowledgement back or not. Super. Right. Next. Array, this web service component as a message receiver, it contacts destination, gets the message. Contacts the destination, gets the message. Array, it continuously listens for the message. Once it gets the message, it will take the message. Okay. Tell me this also. Collects the message, guys. Definitely collects the message. Okay, here is also there. Definitely collects the message. Tell me here. This to this. Back. This to this. Back. this to this. This to this, guys. Are you comfortable, guys? Come on. Right. This will come. Yeah, here also response also comes as a message. Okay. This will come back. But this is asynchronous. How can you say asynchronous? You can feel it. Okay. This is a response related message, my dear. This is seriously response related message. Array, when input request is taken as what? Message. Response also will come as a message only, na? Right. Now listen carefully what is going to happen. This is A, guys. This is A. Request as message. This is B. Next request. This is A. This is B. Free to give next request, guys. Acha, 1 minute, 1 minute. I will say C. Once it get the acknowledgement, guys, it is free. Once it gets the acknowledgement, it's free, guys. Once it gets the acknowledgement, it's free. Come on. A here, B here, C. Come on. Acknowledgement comes actually, boss. Acknowledgement comes out. Acknowledgement means, yes, I received a message. That kind of feeling. Come on. Okay, if you want to be more specific, I will say like this. This message is stored here, B. Okay. Then what? C, acknowledgement. Once acknowledgement is ready, it is free to generate the next request. It is free to it is not blocked. Okay, as message. Another message, guys. Are you understanding my statement? It is free to generate the next request. Okay, now parallelly what happens? Array, this application collects the message without waiting for C only. Here also C. And this one, it will collect the message, collects the message. Okay. Collects the message, process the message. Collects the message, process the message. Okay. E. D. E. Executes its F. G. Nice. Here is what? H. I. J. K. L. M. M. Okay, guys. Next one. N. F 2 times, or please adjust na. Now I cannot change ra babu. Okay, 1 minute. M N. F1, F2. Happy now? Okay. N. Tell me, guys. Result as message. Result as message, guys. Result as message. Here is what, guys? Result as message. Nice. Here also result as message. Result as message, guys. Yeah, that message will be stored here. MN. What is this? Wo. Wo. Okay. Red color wo. Next P. It will be stored here. Come on. Okay. Stored here. Next Q. Result as message. Result as message. Actually, it will now, it is also continuously waiting now. It also connects and reads the message. It also connects and reads the message. What do you say, guys? It also collects and reads the message. Or Q, process the result message. QR, process the result message. Process the result message. Process the result message, guys. Process this one. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Everything is happening as message or not. It is collecting the message. Everything is asynchronous. Once again, here also message, guys. Same message will come here. Convinced, guys? Result as message, that message comes here and stores. And can you say it's a forever sender? No. Sender for request, it is sender and receiver. Are you with me? It is sender and receiver, guys. It is also sender and receiver. Why? It is collecting request message, sending response message. So it is both acting as both or not. It is also sender and receiver. It is also sender and receiver. And if you observe very carefully, while learning Spring REST, in combination with JMS, in combination with Active-MKey, you have studied this kind of environment. You have studied this kind of environment. Maybe that time I have not highlighted design pattern, but indirectly we have studied this one. Come on, guys. Now tell me, guys, this is asynchronous communication or synchronous communication? Asynchronous communication, synchronous communication. Now tell me, A, B, C, enough. It is able to generate next request as message or not? Is it waiting for? It is waiting for complete processing of first request, result of first request to generate the next request. Really not waiting. Definitely not waiting. So I think you understood the power of message facade. One design pattern is problem. To solve that problem, message facade, guys. Tell me here, what is the story? A2 or first request. First request to processing. First request. First request. First request. First request and first response. Next, D at business delegate. be it business delegate. Second request generation. Okay. Right. What is this communication here, guys? The communication here is asynchronous communication. Okay. Here, second request is free to generate. Here, 1 minute. Here, the business delegate. Thank you, guys. I said na, my inspiration is Rajamouli, director Rajamouli. I focus more on problem than solution. You will understand automatically. Yes or no, na? Right. Someone is saying that, sir, we like it the way you are explaining problem and solution. If I don't choose this model, you never understand design pattern. Design patterns are solution for recurring problems. If I don't explain the problem, how can you feel the solution, Rabab? Right, boss. Here the business delegate. Here the business delegate is free to generate. Second request. Okay. Without waiting for first request related response. Related response because of the asynchronous communication that it is participating, because of the asynchronous communication that it is participating. That's it. No other thing, guys. Because of the asynchronous communication that it is participating. Are you comfortable, guys? Right, guys. Okay, fine. I cannot show practicals of it. Why? Because generally this kind of implementation takes place. This implementation takes place in web services while learning what? Microservices concept. Since very less people are aware of what? Microservice, JMS, Kafka kind of thing. So just feel the problem. Anyhow, when you in future when you learn microservices environment or what? Web services environment, you'll automatically link this knowledge with that pattern, guys. Automatically link this knowledge with that implementation. But I hope you felt the problem and solution practically, guys. I hope you really felt the problem and solution practically, guys. Come on, my dear. Okay. Yes, boss. Now tell me. Okay, now let's list out the remaining patterns that we have to discuss. Okay, number one, composite view pattern. Composite view pattern. Array, if I say about this, you will laugh at me, you know. RD dot include or JSP colon include. That means you know it, but I will explain. Don't worry. I'll explain. Okay. Next, view helper pattern. This also you already did. What is that? What is that? Custom tags development, Rabab. Custom tags development. Every day you are developing one custom tag, na? JSP custom tags, Rababu. Developing JSP custom tag is nothing but view helper pattern. Next, what is next one? Hey, not log4j, sorry. View helper pattern. Next, we have to develop what is that? Filter related, guys. Filter related. filter. That what is the pattern, guys? Exact pattern. Intercepting filter DP. Intercepting filter DP, guys. Okay, intercepting filter DP. Okay, nothing but working with the serlet filter, nothing but working with the serlet filter. But I will try to give different problem. We already know, but I will try to implement different concept. Next, front controller. As I said, na. Okay, front controller. Okay, we build our own framework. We build our own MVC framework here. We build our own MVC framework here. Understanding my statement, guys? So these are the leftover patterns of JWE style. These are the leftover patterns that are there in JWE. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. Okay. Tell me, how many of you knows microservices? Right. Okay. Definitely few sessions I will conduct. Identification of microservices patterns. Yeah, if you don't know microservices patterns. Identification of microservices pattern. Already you have implemented some patterns. We have to identify it. We have to identify. For example, identification of microservices pattern. Definitely we'll spend few hours on it. Definitely we'll spend for a few hours. As part of that, we will be studying solid principles, saga pattern, circuit breaker pattern. Come on. So many patterns are there. API gateway. Actually, whatever concepts you studied in microservices, they are patterns only. Knowingly, unknowingly, they are patterns only. Got it? Without knowing they are patterns, we are implementing patterns. I hope you are getting my point there or not. Without knowing they are patterns and you are implementing patterns. I'll give the list of patterns related to microservices, guys. Okay, we will talk about them. But those who are having microservice knowledge, okay, no. Few patterns we didn't study. Few patterns we already studied. I will mix both. We'll mix all of them here. We will definitely spend some good amount of time on microservices patterns. Okay, all right. Okay, tomorrow onwards, when we spend the time, Devash Pandey, you are talking about Azure related discussions. No, I am not talking about cloud here. I am talking about basic programming. Okay, now listen. So tomorrow onwards, when we meet, we spend time on these patterns. Don't worry, your course will be completed mostly in first week of April. In first week of April, your course will become, worst case, it will extend to second week. Once these patterns are over, we'll spend some time on microservice pattern. So prepare for first week or second week of April. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.